You ever wonder how some of these YouTube channels can just pump out high-quality videos every single day while you're maybe struggling just to get one done in a week? Well, today, we're not just going to answer that question, we're going to hand you the keys to the entire factory. This explainer is your blueprint for building a crazy powerful, automated YouTube content system. We're going to fuse two incredible AI workflows, one for strategy and one for production, to take you all the way from reverse engineering a successful channel to bulk producing your own cinematic videos. It's that question that can honestly drive you nuts as a creator, right? You pour hours, maybe days, into a single video, and then you look over and see these other channels just exploding with new content, like overnight. And you just know it's not about working harder. The real secret isn't putting in more hours. It's about building a smarter system. And today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're building that system from the ground up so you can get back to focusing on what really matters, your ideas.
And that quote right there, that's the core idea behind everything we're doing today. This isn't about outworking the competition, because honestly, that's a race you just can't win. It's about outthinking them. It's about creating an efficient, automated pipeline that does all the heavy lifting for you. This is what frees you up from that day-to-day grind and lets you zoom out and focus on the big picture, your channel's growth and its direction. I mean, just look at the difference here. This is the transformation we're talking about. We're going from the old way, spending 5, maybe more, hours per video, getting kind of inconsistent results, and just slogging through that slow, manual growth, to a new system. A system where you can get a video done in under 10 minutes, where the quality is always on point, and where you can scale things up fast. This isn't just a little improvement, it's a completely different ballgame for creating content. It means you can experiment, you can take more risks, and you can grow your channel way faster than you ever thought possible.
Okay, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We'll start by digging into the secret behind all this automation. Then we'll hit our 3 main phases. First, we'll decode a successful channel's formula, so we're not just guessing. Second, we'll generate scripts at scale, so you literally never run out of ideas. And third, we'll bulk produce the actual videos, creating content at a wild pace. And finally, we'll tie it all together into your new, shiny content system.
All right, let's dive into phase 1, decoding the formula. See, before we can even think about making our own stuff, we got to understand what's already working out there. So the goal here is to use a really powerful and totally free tool from Google called Notebook LM to basically reverse engineer the entire playbook of a successful, already monetized YouTube channel. We're not guessing, we're not winging it, we're using data to build our strategy right from the get-go. And the process itself is so simple, it's brilliant. First, you just find a channel you like, one that's already crushing it in your niche. Then, instead of that boring manual copy and paste job, you use this cool little Chrome extension called Grab It. You just click and drag, and bam, you've copied a dozen of their video URLs. You take that whole list and just paste it right into Notebook LM. And this is where the magic happens. With one simple prompt, the AI goes through every single one of those videos and spits out a complete breakdown of their strategy, their hooks, their storytelling structure, their tone of voice, everything. It's like having a whole team of analysts working for you for free. So, we've got the formula. We've decoded the secret sauce. Now it's time for phase 2, generating the scripts. This is where we take that playbook we just extracted and use it as a launchpad to create a never-ending stream of on-brand, high-potential video ideas. And, of course, the full scripts to go with them. Okay, so we've done our homework. Now it's time to actually start creating.
Now listen up, because this part is absolutely crucial. It's all about batching. This is a total shift in how you should think about making content. You don't just create one video at a time. That's the old way. No. Instead, you ask Notebook LM for, say, 10 video ideas that fit that winning formula. Then, and this is key, you create a separate dedicated notebook for each of those ideas. By generating a bunch of scripts all at once, in parallel, you're building a content pipeline, not just a single video. This is how you build a real content machine.
All right, scripts are done. Time for phase 3, where we take those awesome scripts and turn them into actual videos people can watch. So here, we're pivoting from the strategy work in Notebook LM to a high-speed production workflow. This is all about cranking out dozens of high-quality cinematic scenes and doing it way faster than you ever thought was possible. And this right here, this brings us to the single biggest headache in AI video production. The one thing that has frustrated creators forever: character consistency. Yeah, it's easy to generate one amazing-looking image, but how in the world do you make sure your main character looks exactly the same across 20, 30, maybe 50 different scenes? For a long time, this was like the holy grail of AI video. It seemed impossible. But now, well, there's a surprisingly simple solution. And that solution is the reference image. It sounds simple, but trust me, it's a total game changer. All you do is create one clean, super clear image of your character, usually standing on a plain white background. You then feed this one image to the AI and use it as the guide for every single scene you generate. It's like a visual anchor, a constant point of reference that tells the tool, hey, no matter what the background is, no matter what they're doing, this is what the character looks like. And just like that, the biggest problem in AI video is solved. And this is where you really see the insane power of this system. With a tool called Auto Whisk, you can give it your entire list of scenes and that one reference image, and with a single click, it can generate and download up to 50 unique scenes where your character looks perfectly consistent in every single one. Just think about the time that saves. What would have literally taken days of messing around can now be done in minutes. It's absolutely staggering.
Okay, so we've got our scenes, dozens of them, all with consistent characters, but right now, they're just still images. To bring them to life, to make them feel like a real video, we need to add cinematic camera work. And I'm not talking about some random zoom effect you slap on in your video editor. Nope. Using a tool like Grok, you can apply specific, intentional camera movements, like a dolly zoom to create tension, or a slow pan to reveal a landscape. It transforms a static picture into what looks like a dynamic, professionally shot scene.
And the best part is, you don't have to be some film director to pull this off. You can use simple prompts, almost like a cheat sheet of camera moves. Things like tracking shot to follow your character, or a crane shot up to reveal a huge scene. You're just telling the AI exactly how to move the virtual camera. This is how you get that polished, cinematic feel that really grabs a viewer's attention and makes your content look super professional. All right, we've gone through all the individual pieces, the building blocks of our system. Now, let's pull it all together into one single cohesive blueprint. This is your start-to-finish guide, the system that's going to totally transform how you make videos.
So here is it, your 5-step workflow. Step 1, you decode the formula with Notebook LM, so you're starting with a proven winner. Step 2, you script in batches, building up a whole library of content ready to go. Step 3, you visualize by bulk producing all your scenes with Auto Whisk, making sure that character is perfectly consistent. Step 4, you animate those scenes with Grok to add that cool cinematic flair. And finally, Step 5, you finalize it all, putting the clips, an AI voiceover, and any music or text together in your video editor. That's it. That's the whole system, repeatable and fast. And this right here, this is probably the most important shift in mindset from this whole explainer. When you put this blueprint into action, you fundamentally change how you see yourself. You're no longer just a person who manually grinds out videos one by one, which is just exhausting. You become something different. You become the architect of a system that generates content for you. It's a completely different and way more powerful way of thinking.
So there's really only one question left. Now that this whole system is built, now that all the manual labor is gone and your time is freed up, what amazing ideas are you going to bring to life? What stories are you going to tell that you just never had the time for before? The system is here. The tools are ready. Now, go create something incredible.